Fun. Hello, everybody. My name is Harry Rice. We are here live to talk about last night's Canadiens game. If you guys are wondering why it looks like I'm not talking, or why I'm bracing my teeth right now, well, it's quite simple. I had a tooth removed this morning. Yeah, that's why I didn't go live last night. I thought it might be better for me to just hold off and do the stream today. I thought that I would be loopy, or at least my tongue would be numb enough that it would sound really funny when I talk. But no, I just have gauze in my mouth, and I have to keep my mouth not closed, but I can talk obviously, but I need to keep chewing down to prevent the blood from well, not pouring out, but it's just like an occasional. You guys know what I mean if you guys have had wisdom teeth removed. But yeah, so last night the Montreal Canadiens played the Chicago Blackhawks. It was a 4-0 victory in regulation. It is our 54th game of the season. Um, Another big win. We are now on a 3-game winning streak casually. There's no way we make the playoffs, but just for fun, why not? We are currently 11 points out and 3 games in hand on a majority of the teams in front of us. So that would be really, really funny if we somehow made the playoffs. It's not going to happen, but it'd be really funny. The opening lines for the Canadiens were Harvey Pinard, Suzuki Anderson, Dadonov, Doc Hoffman, Drouin, Dvorak Armia, Pazetta, Belzil, Ulinen, Matheson, Barron, Harris, Savard, and Kovacevic Weidman were your defense pairings. Jake Allen gets his second straight start as he played very well against the Oilers. I'm gonna try and talk like this. It might go well, it might not. We'll see. But yeah, Jake Allen gets his second straight start. He played very well against the Oilers and played very well last night as well. Montembeault backs him up. Both have been very solid recently. The opening lines for the Blackhawks are Tyler Johnson, Dickinson, and Kane, Khrushchev, Domi, Radish, Athanasiou, Lafferty, Blackwell, and Katchuk and Twistle, and I believe that would be not Ross Johnson. It's a different Johnson. Doesn't matter. He doesn't really get brought up during my notes. Jake McCabe, Seth Jones, Jack Johnson, Connor Murphy, and Jared Tenorti. Caleb Jones were the defense pairings. Jared Tenorti would not make it through the whole game. Neither would Jason Dickinson. And Max Domi looked to be a bit banged up. So the Blackhawks, who were already out Jonathan Toews this game, are potentially out their top 3 centers. That's something the Blackhawks fans are both going to love, but also going to hate, because Domi was a big guy that they were looking to deal at the deadline. Jason Stauber makes his 4th appearance in the National Hockey League. He is currently undefeated. Well, at the time of before the game taking place, he was undefeated. And Peter Mrazek would back him up, as I thought that he was going to get the start. Before the game, Arbor Jacki is out indefinitely. He punched Vincent Desharnais too hard against the Oilers. That sucks to see him out, but you know what? Whatever. Both teams were shot blocking early. Savard had a few close ones, nearly going in the net as a result, but obviously none would. Blackhawks then push. There's a Tyler Johnson shot that goes just wide of the net. The Hawks aren't able to settle the puck down too much. Suzuki then gets hit hard by Connor Murphy. And here we go. Josh Anderson dropping the gloves with Connor Murphy. He is feeding the rights to Connor Murphy. That's what you get for trying to hit the captain, and I think it's very fair. I think it's a clean hit on anybody else. You don't really have to fight. If it's on the captain or a very, very well-respected member of the team, you should have to fight. Okay. And this is something interesting. They both got 5 fighting, which is obviously fair. Anderson got an extra 2 for instigating, which I genuinely don't get why. But he did. Yeah. Hawks tried to push in the power play. Very good play by Suzuki, slowly skating towards the Hawks' blue line, and then just dumps it in, killing off time. Habs with a great PK. We are 1 for 1 on the PK tonight. Then the Canadiens go to the power play about 20 seconds later. Too many men for the Blackhawks is called. They went to a commercial before the power play started, and they were actually debating if they were going to call it or not. Obviously, they do. And we score. Very good pressure clicking, very good passing around. Justin Barron gets the goal. A very nice wrister for his 2nd of the year. Nice screen in front as well by Jesse Ulinen. Just very, very drive-by, very much a kind of drive-by just screen in front. Love to see that. Drouin and Dadonov with the assists, so it's a 1-0 Canadiens lead. We are 1-for-1 on the power play tonight. That would be only one of, I believe, two power plays that we get for the game, I believe. Canadiens then pushed. Hey, Kat, how's it going? Thank you for coming by. Appreciate it. Canadiens pressured. We kept a tired Hawks unit out for a minute straight. That was, I believe, Domi's line out there. Savard nearly put it home, but it just goes through the crease, unfortunately. Savard then bobbles the puck at the blue line. That sucked. Tennessee was off on a breakaway, and he scores. It is a 1-1 tie game. Or is it? Tennessee knocked the puck off, but knocked the net off. He knocks the net off. The goal does not stand. Yeah, that is sorry. Oh god, the gods are oh god, I don't like how it feels. Sorry. But yeah. Tennessee knocks the net off. That goal does not stand. It is still a 1-0 Canadiens lead. Hawks tried to push again. There's some good defense by the Canadiens. I thought the game, despite being actually kind of boring, not too many shots at all at this stage, had a very decent, solid pacing to it. Yeah, it was not too bad pace wise. I just need to get more exciting, and it would as the game went on. Allen then made a few stops. Habs go back the other way. Dadonov isn't able to bury one. Sam Lafferty then boards Jesse Ullinen. There's no call. Lafferty then tips a weird shot from the blue line. It's gloved by Allen. Good one there. Habs then back the other way. But Armia is going to get called for interference. Canadiens then, with another great PK, just did their best to get the puck out, and they did. The Hawks don't really get much there. We are 2 for 2 in the PK tonight. Pizzetta then has a terrible pass right to the Blackhawks. They push as a result. I'm doing very good, Kat. Thank you. I just had I had my wisdom tooth removed today. Doing pretty good despite that, actually. Doing quite well. Thank you. Matson then had a good chance between the circles. Good wrister. Could have went further, but decided not to. Very good chance there. It is stopped by Jackson. Sorry. Sorry. Is then an offside call with 4.4 seconds left on the Canadiens. They almost got in and got a shot off, but the shots after the first are 6-6 for the Canadiens. It is a 1-0 lead after 20 minutes. And it's at this point I wanted to point out Josh Anderson was given 17 penalty minutes for his fight. Do you really think Vegas will get Kane? Cat? There's a chance because Mark Stone is on. I was going to say on waivers. No, he's not on waivers. Excuse me, sorry. Mark Stone will apparently be out for the rest of at least the regular season, more than likely some of the playoffs as well. If the Golden Knights get there, which I think they will. But I could see it being a situation where if he is expected to be out until the playoffs, I could absolutely see them dealing a first round pick, a second, a prospect, and maybe even a player back just in case Stone's back for the last game or two. I could absolutely see them dealing assets to get Patrick Kane. It all depends, like I said, on if Mark Stone is expected to be good to go at the end of the year. Yeah, I think it's I could see them dealing for Kane. I could see them because the $10 million, I'm pretty sure they'd have currently $11 million in cap space based off of cap friendly right now. Their current cap space is $4,000. Yeah, I don't know what they're basing that. Oh, because Mark Stone's just on IR right now. Okay, so yeah, if they put him on the LTIR, like even with the Blackhawks retaining salary, they can definitely get that done. Like hell, they have their first round pick this year that they could probably deal. They don't have the second this year, so they probably have to deal their next. Wait, what? Oh, sorry. Wait, what? Vegas, where's your? I don't. Okay. It's telling me that I could. Okay, that's weird. But yeah, no, I think they give up a first this year, a second next year, probably a prospect, maybe a signed guy. Maybe they give up a Nolan Patrick, for example. And then aside from that, like it would just I guess be figuring out if they do the deal. Like I said, it depends on if Buck stays here. I would guess it depends. Like I said, on Mark Stone if he's good to go. So I at that point it just becomes if Stone might be good at the end of the season, and if not, then they'll probably deal for Kane. I could definitely see that happening, but I still think he goes to Buffalo. Hey, Kat, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. I get that. I like that actually. I I like that you're asking the question because we were playing the Blackhawks. I like that. It's a lot more relevant now over if you had asked, for example, against the Oilers or the Islanders, for example. I prefer that. Obviously, I don't mind answering it whenever, but it just contextually it makes more sense. So thank you. But Anderson was given 17 penalty minutes for his fight. 5 for fighting, obviously. The 2 for instigating. And he got a 10-minute misconduct. I don't know why, but he was given those 17 penalty minutes for what should have just been 5. So he sat out for the literal rest of the first period. Blackhawks actually started the second off well enough. They pushed pretty well. Canadiens done with a couple shot attempts, missing the net, but the Hawks pushed back the other way. Armia then goes to the box for high sticking. Valid penalty. That sucks. Then it's 5-on-3. Jake Allen, elite puck handler, shoots the puck. It's delay of game puck over glass. Had all the time in the world to try and settle that puck down before shooting it. And it's right over the glass. Matheson with a nice shot block. Actually, a really damn good shot block there. That probably would have gone in if it weren't for him. Habs are able to clear it. Dvorak nearly found Armia right out of the box. A great chance, but he's just a second too early. Either way, still ends up getting cleared. That's all fine. Very, very good clear for the Canadiens. We are 4 for 4 on the PK because we kill off both penalties. Blackhawks then look for some quick breaks, but the Habs playing some good D. Savard then with some nice hand-eye to bat a puck out of the air. Kane barely avoided the hit, but he's off the puck. Anderson has a nice wrister. He gave a puck away then moments later. Armia then gets found by Duran on a breakaway. A great stop by Stauber. If that goes in, Duran has 4 points tonight or last night. We'll get to what happens though. Hawks then got some good shots. Allen, 3 straight good saves though. Tenorti then it was revealed wouldn't return for Chicago. The Jones brothers were put out there for a bit. Tyler Johnson was was around the net a lot. Tyler Johnson, I thought, had a very solid game. He was hitting. He was getting a lot of good chances. He was really solid out there. Hawks pressure, but it's a power play to Montreal. A high sticking on Kershev. Doc's shot gets gloved down 3 seconds in. Hoffman much of the same a few seconds later. Habs with some good push, but they just aren't able to score, unfortunately. Not too great there. 1 for 2 in the power play. Both teams then pushed each other. The game was getting a little bit physical at this stage. There was a Hab that went hard into the boards. Anderson then went hard into the boards. No call on either of those. That sucked. And he especially was slow to get up. Thankfully looked fine because he would play in the third, so that's good. Suzuki then gets a breakaway less than a minute to go. He just misses the net. That sucks. Would have been nice to see him get on the board and extend the lead to 2. Habs pushing the dying seconds. There's a Hoffman shot just after the final whistle. Shots are 18-13 Habs and a 1-0 lead still for the Canadiens. And 12 seconds in, it's a power play for Montreal in the third period. Domi gets called for tripping up Anderson. The 2 guys traded for each other. That's funny to see. Anderson actually laid a hit into Seth Jones right after the whistle, too. That was pretty funny. He went over and apologized for that. That was nice to see. Habs got a few looks. Nothing major, unfortunately. We looked pretty good early on, but just couldn't settle the puck down. Wasn't able to get anything else past Jason Stauber at this point. We are 1 for 3 on the power play tonight. Hawks then pushed. There was both teams back and forth. Stauber's making some good saves, but the Canadiens score again. Joel Armia, his 4th of the year from Drouin and Dvorak. It's a 2-0 lead. Great passing play. Armia to Dvorak to Drouin, right in front to Armia. Stauber gets run into by his own teammate after the goal. He's slow to get out. are to get up. But thankfully, Wood stay in the net, so that's a good sign that he is fine. Was just a bit shaken up there. Canadiens then looked hard to extend the lead. We had some great plays, and we would score. David Savard with his second goal of the year. Daryl Adams, Harry, would you trade Anderson to the Jets for Dubois? Daryl, I would not, because you just wait an extra year. After next season, he's a UFA. You can just get him in free agency. I don't know if I would deal anything, honestly, on the Canadiens to get Pierre-Luc Dubois. Not that I don't want him, obviously. It's just if you can pretty much guarantee you're going to get the guy in 2 years in free agency, you might as well just wait the 2 years and get him in free agency, you know? Let Dubois establish himself this year. He's playing very, very well. He's playing great. Love the way that Dubois is playing in Winnipeg. Let him show next year that he can play the same way, and if he can, then boom, you got yourself a second line center in Pierre-Luc Dubois or a guy who can play the wing. But yeah, no, I would not deal Anderson to get Dubois, especially when you can get a first round pick and a prospect instead for Anderson, and then just get Dubois later on. That's more than fine by me, in my opinion. So yeah. But David Savard would get his second of the year. Great shot. Nice deke as well. Belzile and Harris with the assist there. It's a 3-0 Habs lead. And then 52 seconds later, Christian Dvorak all of a sudden gets his 9th of the year from Armia and Drouin, a 4-0 lead for the Canadiens. 2 goals in 52 seconds. I want to say that's 3 goals in about 3.5 minutes. Yeah, very, very nice push by the Canadiens, and they're rewarded. Hoffman then pushed. He nearly made it 5-0. Canadiens kept pressuring very, very well. They were looking for the big lead. Pezzetta then with a very awful shot that wide misses the net. That looks like a shot if it was intentionally tipped wide. That's how bad it looked. Blackhawks just honestly didn't care. With 7 minutes left, firstly, there was the wave going on. Blackhawks just wanted to kill time. They just wanted to get the game over with. Habs pushed against Suzuki's line with a great chance. Everybody on that top line, Harvey Pinard, Suzuki, and Anderson all had really good chances on the shift, but they could not get a 5-0 lead. Habs pushed hard, though, for it. They wanted to get a 5-0 lead. Hawks wanted to get through the rest of the game. Habs pushed yet again. Blackhawks were trying to get anything past Jake Allen. Patty Kane was the only guy who was doing anything for them. Habs in the final few minutes, more good chances, more pressure. Hits coming left and right. Dvorak got some cross checks earlier. Pezzetta got some from Connor Murphy. Then we got a fight. Michael Pezzetta and Tyler Johnson. Johnson gets the the upper hand early with some rib shots. Pezzetta with the takedown after a couple hits with a big W. Great way to see. Great to see Pezzetta winning a fight like that late in the game. Yeah, that was good to see. Kat, I miss Caulfield too. Believe me, I got the Caulfield jersey for Christmas. I miss Caulfield. My favorite player on the Canadiens right now. I miss him in the lineup. Believe me, I absolutely miss him too. I miss him too. So yeah, final seconds, final minute. The Habs are chanting Olé. Canadiens are just kind of staying in their own zone, just passing the puck, pass it back, killing time, and it's a win. The final shots are 31-22 for the Canadiens. A 4-0 victory. Take Allen's first shutout. And I believe they said a year and 4 months. I believe it was November 22nd, 2021 was his last shutout. And it's a 3-game winning streak for the Montreal Canadiens. So yeah, boys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start getting ready to head out. I'm going to do the stats. Then we're going to do the outro. I wanted to make the stream a bit quick because my gauze, I want to make sure that they're able to absorb everything that they can. So, yeah. Nick Suzuki leads the Montreal Canadiens 17 goals, 25 assists, 42 points. Cole Caulfield, who is unfortunately hurt right now, has 26 goals, 10 assists, 36 points. Kirby Dach, 12 goals, 24 assists, 36 points. Christian Dvorak, 9 goals, 4 assists, 23 points. Josh Anderson has 15 goals, 6 assists, 21 points. Mike Hoffman, 9 goals, 12 assists, 21 points. Sean Monahab, 6 goals, 11 assists, 17 points. Evgeny Dadonov, 4 goals, 13 assists, 17 points. Jonathan Drouin, all of a sudden, with 17 assists on the year. He's at about half a point per game pace. Jordan Harris with 3 goals, 11 assists, 14 points. David Savard, 2 goals, 12 assists, 14 points. Arbor Xhekaj, who was unfortunately hurt, 5 goals, 8 assists, 13 points. Caden Gooley, 2 goals, 11 assists, 13 points. He's also unfortunately hurt, though is skating. Jake Evans, who was unfortunately hurt, and Mike Matheson both have 2 goals, 9 assists for 11 points. Jaroslawski, who's unfortunately hurt, and Joel Armia both have 4 goals, 6 assists for 10 points. Brendan Gallagher, 4 goals, 5 assists, 9 points. Raphael Harvey-Pinard, 6 goals, 2 assists, 8 points. He has 8 points in 9 games. 8 points in 10 games now, I believe. He's been pretty good. Michael Pizzetta, 3 goals, 4 assists, 7 points. Jonathan Kovacevic with a goal, 6 assists, 7 points. Justin Barron, 2 goals, 4 assists, 6 points. Joel Edmondson and Alex Belzil, each with a goal, 5 assists for 6 points. Rem Pitlick with 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 points. Chris Weidman, 4 assists. Jesse Ullinen, 3 assists. Anthony Richard with a goal and an assist. And Jake Allen with an assist. Arbor Jacki leads the team with 9 fights. Michael Pizzetta has 4. Caden Gooley and Jake Evans each with 2. Kirby Doc, Josh Anderson, Mike Matheson, Brendan Gallagher, and Chris Weidman each with a fight. So yeah, guys, that is going to do it for today's stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe. Favorite show includes, but is not limited to, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, also my name is Rice. Subscribe to Puff Club. Subscribe to YouTube Club. Subscribe to the Nation. For the Mod Squad, they report your comments on streams. Anyways, it's much greatly appreciated again. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscription on the episode. The PO Box and PayPal, the Discord, the Letterboxd computer account, and the Letterboxd draw down there as well. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Charles again, and I love you guys. I'll always remember, no matter how bad we look last year, have fairly decent year like this year. Go Habs, go baby! Thank you guys again for watching. My name is Charles again, and I love you guys. See you guys. Bye guys. Love you guys. See you guys. Bye guys. Bye.